Warning, the following video contains explicit language, sexual references, and violence, and is not suitable for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised. All right, well, welcome to the Blue Collar Bros podcast. We're kind of had some technical difficulties to start this episode, so I apologize about that. But now you're getting more of a view of the studio, so to speak. And with me is my co-host from my other channel, The Cult of Conspiracy, Jonathan. Welcome to the Blue Collar Bros, brother.
Welcome, brother. Welcome.
Dude, I'm so high.
Man.
Did you mean like for real, or you mean like elevation wise?
I'm elevated.
Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah. We got to get us all some bar stools now.
Yeah, it's been a fucking day. It's been a day. Just with work and life in general, man, just rolling fast. We just got done shooting an episode about cellular vibrations and how.
Is that like that grounding stuff? When they're talking about the
I guess they could be in the same realm.
You know what I'm talking about? Grounding?
Well,
Yeah.
it's basically how we're being poisoned through vibrations, and how the music industry, and it goes even farther back than that, about, whenever radio first came out, the natural frequency that we're supposed to be hearing is 432 hertz, and the natural frequency, the quote-unquote natural frequency of the radio station is 440 hertz, which is...
It distorts us to a cellular level.
It distorts us. It makes us
edgy,
not at ease.
It breaks us up. How many people they're on antidepressants and Xanax and shit when 100 years ago they couldn't have been? But 100 years ago they also didn't have the radio waves holding a cell phone to their head, constantly listening to radio. That's the frequency.
100 years ago they didn't have it.
That's my point. But 100 years ago they also didn't have people that had this crazy depression and all that shit.
Yeah, they were just drunk and depressed.
No, they just dealt with it.
No, they were just
moved
drunk.
on.
Yeah.
But anyway, my point is, though, we did a whole episode about that and the science behind it as well. So that's kind of the wave I'm riding currently. So what's going on with you?
Me?
Yeah,
Man,
dude.
I'm just hanging out.
You got rained out today?
Yeah, I got rained out.
It do be like that.
Y'all want to talk about conspiracy? This ain't conspiracy. This is a fact.
Let's hear it.
Just for the Great Ascension Parish.
Uh-oh.
I think on
The GAP or the Gap?
Man.
No, I just think
that all this rain the past week and a half, 2 weeks, man, flooding, flash flooding, everything.
Oh my God, I'm over it.
Man, it just...
Well, when this comes out, that'll be a week ago.
Yeah,
because it's going to come out next week, Wednesday.
Well, there is such thing as weather manipulation, and all the plants actually they've. It's been rumored that big corporations and plants bought this technology to prevent so many rainouts and all that stuff, so they can capitalize on their gains.
We've talked about this. I've seen this work.
Yeah, no, that's real life, and I don't know if they bought the technology or if they just know
crank up the boiler, son.
They got enough heat that they could damn near burn it off before it hits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've watched storms roll in, split around the plant, and go behind us and come back.
I'm more talking about. I'm not really talking about weather manipulation type. I mean, this is nothing that we haven't had in the past 100 years.
Yeah, but just a lot of it. And
I'm just saying the only difference is now why people are flooding is because you have a house where there used to be water.
Yeah, there's been so much development in this area. The simple fact of these people go and get all these subdivisions and all, they buy 100 acres of property, build it up 4 foot to get it up above elevation to legally insurable and everything else. Flood zones, yeah.
Well, the way they sell it to the parish is, we built it 4 foot up, but we have retention ponds that can handle the water. Well, the thing is that the retention ponds are made to handle your water. Not the, all right, so 60 years ago, before you built that thing 4 foot up, this whole 100 acres, at least 6 to 8 times a year, was 4 inches deep of water when it would rain.
Because it was a bayou. It was
so 100 acres of 4 inches of water.
That adds up. And you do that over the course of a couple of subdivisions, over the course of a whole parish. Yeah. You change the whole topographical elevation of this place.
Well, that's the thing is, I guess that's what I'm getting at is I believe there should be something that changes it. And I think pier and pad houses on pylons, that would be the answer for the simple fact of make it to where you don't have that option.
But I mean, humans have been living where they're not supposed to forever, dude. Living in Louisiana, we're living in the Atchafalaya Basin. The Mississippi River is supposed to move all over this. We should have been flooded out multiple times.
Yeah, they got it controlled by levees now.
That's my point. That's us trying to control Mother Nature. She ain't about that shit. That's why we have things like we do.
Well, just like back in the day, they learned to live with it. They live with houseboats.
Check it out. Check this out, though. I mean, I look at it from a political standpoint. You think about the Democrats. Democrats are always touting about global warming. They're very, green, as they say, Green New Deal, the Paris Climate Accord, all that shit.
Which was dumb.
A lot of people were going against that. Yeah. And a lot of people were saying, oh, no, it's just a cash grab. It's just a funnel of some sorts. And now you start to see that, in order to push their plans and push their agendas, they take control over these big ideas and these big institutions and say, let's say there is weather manipulation. Right. If they got control of weather manipulation, then they can start flooding these areas that, it used to be, there was a 100-year flood. Now we're getting them every 5 years.
I would believe that if there was some sort of benefit to them, even the insurance companies are losing out on this. That's why I don't believe these are controlled floods.
But if you look at the Paris Climate Accord, that is something that was bringing in trillions of dollars.
Oh, hell yes it was.
Trillions.
But that was going to the EU and to the Accord. It wasn't going to us.
Oh, yeah. I mean...
No, we were paying... We were footing the bill for other countries who make a drop in the bucket for pollution, and then we decided, hey, we're just not going to pay for y'all shit.
Yeah, say something. We got our other friend here. He's not on camera. He just hang out. Say it loud where you hear it.
So if you got all these properties that are getting sold, and you have to actually have contracts in to sell these properties.
Sure.
Well, knowing that we're already flooding already. Well, knowing that it's going to be a subdivision being built on this property.
Sure.
They know that you build this property over here with subdivisions, you build this with subdivisions over here, that the next door neighbor is going to get flooded.
Yeah.
Well, right there and there, they know, well, we don't really care. Money's going to be...
Well, that's what I was getting at.
We got money in our pocket. We don't give a shit about it.
Right.
So,
and that's
just how it keeps on going.
It's a vicious cycle.
Right here,
the love of money.
I can sell this. It's all about the money.
And the bad thing is that it's really a vicious cycle, because even if you had somebody that was in office that really gave a shit and wanted to do something different,
you can't.
There's
so much red tape.
The builders, the developers, the people that are building these multi-million-dollar neighborhoods and whole shopping centers and all this, no offense, but they're the money behind
That's your lobbyists.
Well, you can't pay the people spending money in your parish. You can't tell them they can't do it no more, because then you won't have no money in your parish. So you're in a catch-22 of...
Yeah, it's a vicious cycle, bro.
I'm not saying catch-22. You know what's right and wrong, but you don't have a choice, because, no offense, that they make your money to where you can say yes or no.
Right.
Well, look at the money that, for property in Ascension Parish as opposed to property in Livingston.
Oh, my God.
I mean, you can get for a house out here for $300,000, you'd be able to buy the same exact house in Livingston for maybe $120,000.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they're capitalizing on that shit.
Because that was Ascension Parish 20 years ago, though. Right. When we first moved to Ascension Parish, which was matter of fact, I can tell you, November 1st of 2001. That was when we came to Ascension from Baton Rouge, right? Back then, dude, it was mostly cow fields. We were like one of the only subdivisions
hence the name, Prairieville.
Right. That sounds like the most bumfuck nowhere name ever invented.
In 2016, I lived in Noma Springs in Antique Village.
Yeah.
I flooded.
You lived in the Antique Village?
Yes.
Oh, damn. Okay.
All right, so I flooded in 2016.
Yeah.
I had a little over 36 inches of water at my house.
Damn.
That ain't no little splash, dude. That's some fucking water.
I talked to my neighbors, and they lived there in the 80s.
Yeah.
They said they didn't get any water.
Right.
In the 80s.
And the flood of 86 was the big deal, or 82, or whatever the fuck it was.
83 was a hurricane flood, though.
It was all about the drain. It was mainly like whenever
the drainage.
After the flood, they talked about the drainage.
Right.
Because I did watch, because we have underground drainage.
We do.
Up, and with the grading, you can see the water. I watched it raise up. Well, it ain't just so much my point is it's not so much the drainage. It's just all these properties is that you're building a subdivision and you're building it higher.
Yeah.
And then the water. So 4H Club Road.
Yeah.
That used to be a ferry. They have a subdivision. It's called Harold's Ferry Landing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My sister flooded in there.
Yeah.
Well, that used to be a ferry back in the day. Well, it's dry, but when you build up on it, the water used to go somewhere.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. But it's more along the lines of that we can't really change it. I was just bitching because it rained.
It's true, though.
I mean, I was thinking the other day, well, I'm a firm believer in don't bitch about something you can't fix.
For sure. Because at that point, you're just whining.
Well, you could think about it and keep it to yourself until you solve the problem, and then you could bitch about it and solve the problem. You can't tell me there's a problem and
I embrace
not
solutions.
I'm not coming with more problems. There's too many problems already.
With the rain like this, bro, with the rainouts, all of our blue-collar brothers out there, I mean, shit. Which, don't get me wrong, rainouts are nice, but a whole week of rainouts is not nice.
Ain't mad at a whole week of rainouts, personally.
Shit, some of us do, bro. Some of us couldn't miss that kind of money.
Man,
not all of us got it.
I don't know
put
what
a
to tell
dent
you,
in that
man.
pocketbook.
But that's fine. It put a dent in mine too. But I'm so ready for like a week off like this.
It's a double-edged sword.
I got home today and took a good 4-hour nap.
No doubt.
I ain't took a nap since I was probably 20. It's been a good 5-6 years. It's been a rough patch.
Yeah, I mean that's true. And I tell you what, I've learned the benefit of taking a day of rest. You know,
it's impressive.
Even God did that shit. 1 day a week, just do you. Don't do shit. Don't do shit.
All right,
but relax.
What else
That's
we got?
Nice.
All right, I'm getting off of flooding and politics. I don't like politics.
Yeah, no one really does.
Should have started with a better topic.
I mean, we just kind of bounce around. That's what we do.
For sure.
What you got on your brain?
I was actually thinking when you were outside talking about the big tuna and about how you can get a lot of money for a tuna.
Oh, dude.
I was thinking about what would the meat of a Loch Ness monster cost?
You talking about in the euro or the dollar bill?
It'd have to be the euro or the pound, whatever Scotland uses.
Whatever it is. I'm just thinking.
Know. Well, I mean, let's take
would it be good meat, first of all, if it's been around for so long? Because they just found a shark out in the Atlantic Ocean, I think.
300 years old.
Dude, it was like 360 years old.
It was off the coast of Greenland.
Yeah.
It's a shark, and that's the type of shark that they actually make fermented shark meat out of. It's a super, like...
It's a Greenland shark.
Crazy.
Yeah. But 326 years old, or some shit like that.
That's very old.
Bruh, he's been swimming around that long.
That's the ones that do the pickled shark meat?
Yes. That's the stuff.
Pickled shark meat.
Oh, it's an Icelandic thing?
Well, I don't know.
It's fermented.
What's the name of it? Yes, fermented shark meat. They do it like ham. They ferment it, and they smoke it, and
It's a strong ammonia flavor, but there's like... These people go crazy over it, and you're supposed to dip it in these really strong schnapps and eat it. It's a delicacy there.
Where did
I want to
see
try
that?
It. On YouTube, probably on Facebook. Scrolling through, I seen that one day.
No,
I think I might have shared it. I don't know.
They got a show. I hate to say it. It's kind of like a hippie show.
Fuck it.
But I thought it was pretty cool.
What's up?
It's called Down to Earth. It got Zac Efron and some health nut
old
dude.
Zac Efron trying to take care of planet Earth.
No, it's more along
good
the
shit.
lines.
I'm not mad at it.
Well, no, it got random things in it.
Yeah.
Like cool stuff. Mm-hmm. Like stuff that I didn't think was important, but it's pretty important. Like one whole episode was how important water is.
Oh, it's everything.
Well, not about life and all, just what we're drinking water.
Yeah.
So, talk about bottled water, talk about pollution a little bit, whatever. And then got to talking about how basically bottled water for your body is pretty much like just a feel spot to where you don't die.
Yeah.
But they got...
Because there's estrogen in the plastic.
Well, no, any kind of... like spring water and stuff like that actually has minerals, things that are good for your body, things that are supposed to be in water. Mm-hmm. Anything that you buy bottled water says purified water on it means they basically took all the good shit out to make it taste, bland, like basically like water's supposed to taste to us.
Well, we were talking about that as well. We talked about the water cycle and shit like that.
They went to a place in California where they got like $3,000 bottles of water from every. Well, no, but it's every spring.
Bougie
from
white
here
people fucking water, boy. I tell you what.
The oldest spring known to man on the face of the earth. Like
from Waterboy. Bitch opens it up. It's still cold.
But it was cool to see them because you could literally tell just by the different springs and the different stuff. Like water tastes different.
No doubt.
It's not supposed to taste like water that we know.
Dude,
Water's supposed to everybody bitch about the egg flavor in the water and well water. Hate to say it. That's minerals. That's called
that's sulfur up in there.
Supposed to have for sure sulfides.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying. I mean, people like us.
Water is extremely important. There was a study done that back in the 70s and 80s they used to say that the natural amount of water that is in our system is supposed to be, we're supposed to be made up of 85% water. And they're saying now mostly everybody is so dehydrated from all the chemicals and all the shit that we're drinking because there's so much sugar and there's so much salt and there's all these fillers and everything that it really is. Even you can drink, you know, a 24 pack of Coke and still be dehydrated because of all the unnatural shit that's in there. And so they're saying now we have only 75% body weight or 75% of water in us, and so everybody's practically walking around dehydrated.
Well, think about that too, though. Having water weight on you is considered a bad thing, right? Whenever you're bloated and you have water weight on you, first of all, that should, in theory, be a good thing because water is literally what we survive with.
Right.
But all we do these days is try to get that shit off you.
You know what?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the thing with our society. By the way. For health, either you're like got to be super healthy or super don't care. There's no in between. You got to be like an overly hippie vegan, eating clean, like cut person, or you're go to McDonald's 5 times a day. It's like there's no in between.
I'm a firm believer in going to the doctor will kill you and going to the gym will kill you. You talking about being healthy and all?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Because I know a bunch of weightlifting athletes that are really injured, and I don't know many old doctors, but I know a shit ton of old drunks. I'm just saying.
Well, I'm just
there's
saying.
More old drunks than old doctors.
You hear people, they get in their 40s and 50s, like, yeah, I'm gonna start going to the gym, getting in shape. Next thing you know, they go there, they feel some chest pain, go to the hospital. They had a triple bypass surgery because you decided to try to get healthy. Hold up.
If you're trying to get healthy in the 40s, you're a little late to the boat. I hate to tell you.
I mean,
at this point, half your life's gone doing bad habits. You can't relearn it.
But most of the most men really aren't really in our prime until we're in our mid 30s, maybe even the late 40s.
I was told late 20s.
What prime?
For women, it's the mid 30s.
Well, what is this prime you speak
like
of?
Physicality, like so as your peak of being able to lift or being able to do this.
Man,
or this
dude,
I'll
be 100 years in the prime of my life. Fresh.
That's right.
You might be, especially drinking that water beer you're drinking over there.
That's right.
I used to drink Milwaukee's Best, son. You want to talk about water beer?
This is some female beer. I'm not gonna lie. Michelob Ultra is for the fairer sex, but it's free and it's cold, so who am I to judge?
And for those of you listening, this is not static in the background. It's raining that hard.
Yo, it is raining that hard. And we are upstairs on a metal roof.
We're on a top deck.
Yeah, I just thought about that. Y'all might be hearing some interference, and if so, that's pretty funny.
That's all right. It's a Louisiana podcast, dude. It's gonna rain.
This comes back to my previous statement about the rain.
Look, I'll tell you what, dude. I want us to do some like Cajuns try shit. They have a try channel for everybody. They have a Cholos try. A bunch of Hispanic dudes from California try random shit. We should try to do try channel. Like they'll send us random shit to try. Snacks from all over, liquors from all over, beers from all over.
What did we do that one time? The nose spray?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We could do a Cajun try channel. We could get us.
That'd be legit.
Right? And Jen Grasso. We need somebody with a thick Cajun accent. We need somebody who speaks normal, somebody who speaks redneck, somebody who speaks Cajun, somebody with long hair. We need all of them. We need to cover it all. We need more.
Well, you're getting on the train with that long hair, too.
Oh, yeah.
I was told by somebody today that long hair is not biblically correct for a male.
Tell him that the Samsonite vow was a devotion between God and Samson, that his strength would come from his long hair.
Oh, no. I straight up looked it up right there in his face to try to prove him wrong. He was like, no, I was in Corinthians. I was reading it last night. It said something. I'm like, what?
No, first of all.
I was like, I will hair slap the fuck out of you.
Nah, dude.
Long
it's our
hair,
main.
the Bible. Jesus had long hair.
Yeah, there we go.
Well, I'm not saying he's wrong. It just, I had to look it up and see what he was talking about.
Dude, think about the Dothraki warriors.
The who?
You know what I'm saying? Freaking Jason Momoa from Game of Thrones.
That's right.
You try telling him he's a bitch.
Right.
See what happens.
Yeah, go tell Samoan that he don't need his ponytail.
Right. Also think about this.
That ain't real.
A little bit away.
Okay. Think about this. I mean, if the women who were whores and prostitutes were known for having short hair, you would think a lot more women these days would have shorter hair. I'm just saying.
They do. That's why they shave half the head back.
Dropping that knowledge. Yeah, they are shaving half. That ain't no doubt.
But honestly, it doesn't say that a woman's length of hair is her.
I think it's crazy that the women getting the boosie fade now. I'm just going to drop that out there.
Dude, did you hear about Boosie? What happened with him at the airport the other day? He got mistaken for Flavor Flav.
Stop.
He got mad as fuck, dude. He went on camera and was ranting. I don't look like no Flavor Flav. I look like Boosie Badass. Like, dude, why is Flavor Flav screaming right now? Like, what the fuck is this? Like, yo, your boy got like seriously hurt.
TMZ, we got Flavor Flav here. Where's your clock at? I ain't fucking Flava Flav.
Bitch, I'll slap the fuck out of everybody in this
It was
airport.
like the Baton Rouge airport and got mistaken for Flav.
Oh,
Oh
that's
my God,
awesome. That is so
That's
great.
so bad.
And I like Lil Boosie and all, but man, that's funny. I can't not laugh at that.
Dude, a funny thing about Lil Boosie is that, he, you know, because he was in jail for a long time whenever FaceTime on your phone first came out.
Yeah.
And so whenever he came out of jail after a couple of years, he was like, holy shit, the world has changed so much. I can literally see somebody's face on the phone.
Yeah.
Like, imagine everybody else is kin to all this technology that's going on, and you come out, you're just dropped into the world, and now you don't have to hold the phone up to your ear on speakerphone or anything like that. You're literally face to face with somebody. Imagine that being a new reality.
Do you remember the
You
song
ain't got to
Handlebars?
flip. You ain't got to flip phones open no more.
Right.
Do you remember the song Handlebars? I
Yeah.
could ride my bike with
With
no
no
handlebars.
handlebars.
Right, you remember that part where it's like, and I could see your face on the telephone. So, dude, when that song came out, we didn't have FaceTime. We didn't have Skype. You know what I'm saying? We had, like, you had to have a whole setup to do a video chat with somebody. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Having a face on a telephone, that was absurd. What are you talking about?
That was like Austin Powers whenever he was talking to Basil.
Yeah, right. That was that
Basil?
time frame. And now look at us. Like, that's, of course we have FaceTime. Duh. You don't?
Yeah, no, it's like, oh, why the fuck somebody FaceTime me
Blows
right
my
now?
mind, man. The amount of technology and innovation we've had in the last century.
Dude, and
blows
like
my mind.
my daughter, like she has a phone. It's not like she's 9. She's not texting on it or anything like that. But she'll, like, whenever she calls me, it's
Not a
just
single
straight up.
bless you. Fuck both of y'all.
Bless
Not a
you.
single bless you.
God bless you.
Y'all some
Whenever she
dickheads.
calls me, it's a FaceTime.
Gesundheit.
And so if you were to tell her, look, baby, FaceTime wasn't always around. As a matter of fact, not everybody always had cell phones. There was pagers before that. And
Right.
before that, you know, there was
Pagers.
landlines.
Let's explain what an 8-track is. Let's explain what a VHS is.
You remember that time Mom and Dad went on like one of the only dates they ever went on in their whole life?
The pager
And
went
the pager
off?
was going off.
Bruh,
My
we were
pops
so
had a
scared.
pager for like the longest time. He had a pager still plugged up in his room.
This is after we
and
moved to
used it as an
Prairieville.
alarm clock because you could use them as an alarm.
I tell you
for
when.
like 6 years after he didn't need a pager anymore.
I
It
tell you
was
what,
just
dude.
a good alarm clock. Like,
It
we
was-
ain't getting rid of this.
It was in Prairieville at that house we were in.
Yeah.
So it was in 2002.
Yeah,
It was in 2002. My dad was still rocking a
we
pager.
don't know what, like, we know my dad wears it and it beeps and he looks and he got to go find a phone and call
It's
somebody.
so dumb.
Oh, yeah.
He had
But-
a fucking phone.
But legit, this son was gone, left it. They went on a date and Mom said he couldn't bring his little work pager or whatever, so he could not bring it on their date. And they don't go on dates. So my sister's watching us. We're like 5 and 8,
They
and
do
my
these
sister's
days.
like 12. She's the older person.
Whatever.
Well, this motherfucker starts vibrating and going like.
We hear just some noise going on in my parents' room.
It wasn't like a beep beep beep. Like it wasn't like an obvious electronic
It's like
sound.
shuffling
It was like
shit.
vibrating and shuffling and like I think it fell off the cabinet. It sounded like a door slam. Dude, my sister got all of us in a closet.
Yo.
He's calling mom and dad. He
Because
don't
mom
have
and
his
dad-
pager, so she's trying to page the number to
Yeah.
get. Oh my god.
Because mom and dad's room was where the gun was and everything. Like, that was it. We were
Oh,
fucked.
dude, yeah, we were sitting ducks, and then they finally got home, and we're all sitting in the closet.
Why didn't we think to call the cops from, like, the house phone or something?
I don't know.
We were like, oh my god, you see those horror
It
movies
was-
where, like, the dumb decisions
Well,
are
it's
made?
funny looking
Yeah,
back at
it's
it now
real.
because it's like
Fucking real.
we were getting watched by our sister. Obviously, she was trying to protect us and all, but it was just funny as hell. Like looking back at it, like it's a vibrating little thing.
Yeah.
on the couch. Hey,
For no purpose.
hey, that's dumb. Yeah.
No purpose. That thing was.
But what about them old Nextels? The beep beep beep.
Dude,
the
my dad
push-
used to have one of those.
Those
Those
I
things were
wish they
ridiculous.
still had them.
Walkie-talkie phones, yeah.
You know
I
what
wish
I
I
wish?
still had one.
I wish I could find the original singular ringtone that everybody knew.
Oh, yeah.
I want to find
Motorola one or a singular?
that singular. Remember, because that was the cell phone company we started with. Then AT&T bought them out.
Yeah, but Motorola had its own thing on every Motorola phone.
That's it.
Dude,
Hello, Moto. That was the thing.
Oh,
it was like
yeah.
a whole thing.
yeah, they had commercials.
Oh, fucking right. Austin Powers had a whole. That's why his theme song was what it was. Dun, 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 ba, dun, 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 dun.
No way.
Yeah. Motorola and Austin Powers had a huge contract for that movie.
Oh, which one is it, baby? Spits or swallows?
Hey, dude.
Classic movies.
You
dude.
realize they could never make a movie like that today because
Nah,
of cancel culture and how offended everybody
You
gets.
know what kind of movies that Disney Channel can't make today? Heavyweights.
No.
It's literally a
Oh.
fat kid can't
Oh,
move.
yeah.
Oh my god, a
Yeah.
fat shaming
Fat
movie?
shaming.
Oh no!
Oh,
they could
and Ben
never get
Stiller's over there like,
losing his
yeah.
shit on these
oh,
kids.
dude.
Yeah.
I watched it, and I ain't gonna lie.
Dude,
it's a good flick.
Oh,
but
dude,
nowadays, for that thing
couldn't
to
even-
air on Disney Channel, there would be a come apart.
Look, you can't even make like Johnny Tsunami because it's offensive to Hawaiians. There'd be outcry for that.
Johnny Tsunami's sick as fuck, dude.
Well,
I
sticking with
agree,
Austin
but-
Powers, I mean, there was somebody called Fat Bastard.
He was
You know what I'm
Scottish.
saying?
But no, there's movies that like you can like think about this. When's the last time y'all watched Superbad start to finish?
Almost did today
been a
on this
minute.
right now.
Bruh, it is such an amazingly funny fucking movie. If you haven't watched it in a while, you'll watch this shit, and I'm talking gut laugh, tears rolling
It's
down your face.
funny every time.
It's so fucking stupid. It's so fucking good.
Well,
but
every kid went through that.
yes,
That's the funny
to
part.
a degree. But I'm talking just the phrases that they say to each other, the shit they call each other. He
Oh,
calls
I
him
know.
faggle. I'm gonna have to bleep that out. I'm gonna have to bleep that out because that's hate words now. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, you
know
couldn't get
what?
away with any of
I
those
wouldn't
jokes.
believe it.
So I that's
We got
history.
That
right
was
there.
quoting
we got
a movie.
kicked off
Don't get on
We
me.
got kicked off of 2 platforms already. He's trying to be
Yeah.
politically
fuck 'em.
correct.
What
So,
was the other platform?
I wanted to say
Apple.
You know, whenever you were talking about Superbad, I actually got to meet Jonah Hill.
Really?
Yeah, because I was an extra in 21 Jump Street down in New Orleans.
No shit.
Yeah, I got
That's
to
sick.
meet that
That's
fucking
sick.
douchebag.
He is a douche.
Dude,
You don't like him?
he is the biggest douchebag I've ever met.
He's like metrosexual douchebag.
Let me tell you.
Really?
All right, so there was a scene where in the beginning of the movie, whenever he's getting off of the school bus and he's walking up into the school, we were all sitting on the school bus, and you know how a school bus is. You got rows of seats and everything. He's walking to the back, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, Jonah Hill, what's up, dude? What's up?" He literally didn't say hi to any of the dudes. He was only hollering at the hot chicks, and there was a lot of hot
course.
ones. But he was just in a such douchey way. He would just go up to the girls, be like, "Hey, what's up, baby? Hey, what's up?" And he was just such a douche. He's one of those people that loves being famous and will only talk to famous people or
Right.
girls who are super hot. There was so many girls he asked to come back to his dressing room
that said no.
that said no.
Shocker.
It was, I mean, legit. I heard 3 girls that I talked to that he asked, and they were like, "I don't give a fuck if you're famous or not."
One more another game.
All right.
So
So
talking
back
about
to Channing
famous
Tatum.
people that we
Wait,
met and stuff.
yeah,
Channing
well-
Tatum.
Channing Tatum, I met him on the set of 21 Jump Street, and it was funny because there was the director of the movie. She stood up in the hallway, and there was probably 300 of us extras, and she stood up like on a ladder and was trying to look for a specific person. And this was back. I kind of had longer hair, well, kind of like how it is now, I guess. And this lady, she points me out in the crowd, and she makes me wear this black and pink Kelly Clarkson tour shirt.
Oh wow.
Because this was, in the beginning of that movie, it was like back in the early 2000s or whatever it was. And so she made me wear that, so I had to put that on. And I'm walking past a classroom that Channing Tatum's in. He goes, "Yo, that's a cute shirt." And I was like, "Thank you." I feel like it really goes with my vibe. And we just started bullshitting. I mean, probably for like a minute or whatever. But I just think that it was cool that, he started talking to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he
So-
thought it was funny. It's not like he was too good for you.
super
or
down to
nothing.
earth dude. And that's what I like. Jonah Hill, opposite of that. Go fuck yourself.
Right. Everybody that I've met that's famous has been pretty down to earth. I didn't get a chance to talk to Scarlett Johansson, but I saw her in passing, and she is every bit as gorgeous as it is on the movies. None of it's airbrush.
What's that donk like?
It is exactly what it looks like on screen, big dog.
Beautiful.
There's no airbrush. There's no CGI. It is. She is a wonder of this earth. I'll be real.
I love that raspy voice.
Dude, right?
It's how
Anyway.
she just got done smoking a Marlboro Red. So
Which for some reason turns me on. Why?
Yeah.
Why does that turn?
got a little motor oil on her breath. You know what I'm talking about?
Same with Angelina Jolie.
I ain't using regular lube. Whip out that 10W30, baby.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
that
Sound like a
before
girl.
the time. Tell me about it.
Sound like a girl with daddy issues. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, drink a quart of that just before I wake up in the morning, just to get my mind right. What?
That's the kind of girl who can tell you some stories about back in the day. You know what I
Lube
mean?
the pipes up.
God. Jesus Christ. We have something wrong with
Is
us.
it funny
Anyway,
that I'm really thinking about Scarlett Johansson?
All of these things.
Chugging a little bit of motor oil. Is that bad?
You got to lube it up for the pistons.
my
You know what I'm
God,
saying?
shut
A little
Get him
thrusting.
fired on all cylinders. You know what I'm talking about?
my
She
God.
ain't about that beetle.
I'm not editing this out.
That beetle
No.
horsepower,
No.
dude. She wants that fucking big Dodge Ram. Jeez, country. You know what I'm saying? Give me that. I want that.
But you gotta say the right voice.
I want that Cummins turbo engine.
Jesus fuck. Okay, we're sidestepping that. Awesome. So yes, Scarlett Johansson's amazing. Also, Trace Atkins, awesome guy, really awesome guy. Had a beer with him.
Also drinks 10W30.
And,
no, he dips it.
Well,
that's what he throws
your
in
job
for
in the military, you met a lot of political figures as well.
You name the president, I met them. Secretary of Defense's, a lot of generals. I mean, it was like the commandant of the Marine Corps. His wife knew my wife and kid. Like she knew Jacob.
See, I'm kind of different. Y'all met all kind of important people. I think the most important person I've met would be like.
Also, Dennis Haysbert from the unit in the Allstate commercials. Are you in good hands? That guy?
Yeah.
Yo, I got a picture with me and him on Facebook. I got super starstruck with him for some reason. His voice just does something. It's like if I was to meet Morgan Freeman, I feel like I would just kind of fall in love a little bit.
Yeah,
you know?
I ain't gonna lie. If I could ever talk to Morgan Freeman, I don't even care if he don't like me or I don't like him.
I don't
I'm
care
okay
if he's cussing me out. It's probably going to be sultry.
Yeah.
God, is that you?
Also, Samuel L. Jackson. If I ever meet him, please, if he doesn't cuss me out, I didn't meet Samuel L. motherfucking Jackson.
Yeah, I need
motherfucker.
Yeah, I need one good motherfucker. If it ain't motherfucker, that's
Right.
not the real one.
Then
It's a lookalike.
Yeah, it's got to be. Got to be.
I can get behind a movement like that. Ain't no
Motherfucking
doubt.
snakes on this motherfucking plane, dude.
Everything. I want a catchphrase to be known for any catchphrase on Earth.
I'm trying to
And
think
all it
about
is
meeting
motherfucker.
famous people.
It's a beautiful saying, and it just goes right with him, you know. And he tries to really put it in, even in the Avengers and stuff. Whenever he's Nick Fury, you can kind of tell. Like, I think, oh mother,
Yo, beer. Yo, give me that strawberita.
bear me.
No, God,
Oh
no.
God, that pineapple truly. Yo,
broken them old
probably
ladies.
smashed.
dude, down there.
sorry.
That lefty. I want the left one.
give me that one.
The man said, I threw a strawberita in there just in case. I'm like, what? Why would you ever?
This is so bad.
What
have to
kind of
mix
good
it up.
idea
Oh my
does
God.
that ever start with? Like,
Name
yeah,
one
well,
good idea.
I drank 6 strawberitas and boy, let me tell you something.
All right, so have I ever told you about the first time I ever tried a strawberita?
No.
All right, so look, I was living in D.C. in my apartment, and my ex-wife and my baby were out doing something. I forget what I think they were with her mom for the weekend. I had to work, something, whatever. I was at home alone. Had no alcohol in the house because I drank it all, except for a 12-pack of strawberitas. Okay?
Figured you nip in there a little bit.
Hold on. I literally had nothing better to do with my time than sit around and play Xbox for the next, 36 hours. So I decided, fuck it, I'm going to just dig into those. I'm going to just down them all. So I used to do this game where every 10 minutes I would crack a new one. So I was down a 6-pack in an hour, and that was how I started my evenings. Unless I was breaking into the liquor, in which case it was an old-fashioned to start. Then we'll talk about the rest later.
Just murdering 10-year-olds on Halo.
Well, to be fair, I gave it as good as they took it, okay? I'm not an Xbox player. I'm not a gamer. I'm not
Better
good.
go eat dinner, you little bitch.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, what's that? Your mommy's calling you?
Tell your
Go
mom.
run.
Tell your mom to fix me
everybody.
a sandwich. I'll be downstairs in a minute. Keep playing with me. I'll be your stepdad by morning, bitch. All these things. All
That's
these
not
things.
mayonnaise on your mom's face.
All these things, bro. This is in the golden age of the Xbox Live chat room shit talking. This was the prime. But
Oh, dude,
anyway.
people were dropping N-words like every other
Oh
word.
my God, no, everything, every racial slur ever imagined was getting dropped, and it was all in good fun. Like, if you're going to get butthurt, dude, mute your mic. Get the
Yeah.
fuck out of here. This is not the room for you.
Right,
But anyway. So I decided I was going to drink all 12 of them, and instead, since they were small cans, little 8-ounce cans, you see what I'm saying? Compared to,
That's a 12 ounce, and it's a skinny one.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I'm thinking, how about I drink one every 5 minutes for the whole 12-pack?
Okay.
Son.
Put the old hammer down on them.
Son, no, they put the hammer down on me, son. This is malt liquor. I didn't know that. And it's a lot of sugar in malt liquor, and it's 8%. So each one of these is equivalent to 2 beers, and I drank each of those every 5 minutes for an hour.
Well, and there's all that sugar, so
Boy.
it's dehydrating you at the same time.
You want to talk about get me fucked up, and you want to talk about hurt
See,
me.
the first time I ever
Hurt
drank
me
them,
bad.
some little girl brought them one of them little parties over there in high school. And in high school, it was so much easier to have liquor than beer. Because liquor, you could throw in the backseat of your truck. You don't have to have ice on it. You can mix it with Coke, put it in
Yeah.
a Dixie cup, whatever. Well, I'm over there. I'm taking shots of old Jack Daniels, son.
Oh, JD was the OG, bro.
Well, and
You had to
yeah,
party.
and it was a rough shot.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's what kids did.
One of them little females showed up with a strawberita and give me one.
There you go.
And I realized it was the perfect chaser.
It is.
You hit your little bump and, boy, you don't even know you just drank Jack Daniels. Next thing you know, in high school, we 3/4 of a bottle down. I'd have throwed up all over everybody, and I still want to drink it. That's the bad part. Dude, it was bad, yeah.
I can't even drink Bud Light anymore because of that, dude. I got way too wasted off of Bud Light. I can't even stand the look of a can of that shit anymore.
The only two things I can't drink is absinthe and Jaeger.
What about Rumpelman?
Did you see the green fairy with
I
the wormwood?
could drink Rumpelmans. I don't want to drink Rumpelmans.
I like Rumpelman.
I don't have the visions of the time I almost died off of it. Because as soon as I took my first shot, I realized what it was, and I respectfully kept my distance. It's kind of like Everclear.
That grain liquor, dude.
Yeah, right. It's the same thing as Everclear. I've been down this road before, so I respectfully
collectively collected about it and learned that you don't need to do that.
Mutual respect. I realize how bad I am, and I realize how bad Everclear is. So it's like a kung fu bow of respect, and I'm just gonna not fuck with you. You don't fuck with me. All right, that's what this is. I'm not saying I get nothing against you.
Have you ever heard that
I don't
joke?
Fuck with you neither.
Have you ever heard that joke that the dude tells the dude off of How High?
Which joke? The whole movie was.
You know the guy on the couch. Or not the guy on the couch. The one in How High that's always like y'all never heard the joke of him telling about alcohol in your stomach. Alcohol in your stomach is basically like every ethnicity in the same bar.
Yeah.
He's like, cause
all the beers know each other.
Yeah, all the beers know each other. You got your he's like, you got your your Bud Light, your Coors. Like, hey man, how's it going there, Coors? How you doing there, Paps?
Beer gets along well. They all know each other.
Yeah, and then he said, next thing you know,
old whiskey shows up.
Old Jack Daniels and Evan Williams, old country boy walking there. Hey,
starts getting a little crowded.
Yeah, he's like, it's getting a little packed, but
Then vodka comes in. Oi, shot for me, my comrades.
Yeah,
and, now it's like, all right, hold on. Now the commies and the Cowboys ain't exactly jiving. Then it's like, all right, tequila, hold on now.
Yeah.
They came in here last week and fucked everything up. You're not coming in this time.
Yeah, Jose, you're not coming in this week. Well, you know what happened last time. You wrecked the place. He's like, oh, me, my friend. I promise. Me. We don't make no trouble. We just hang out for a little while.
Next thing you know, one tequila gets in and like 8 more come in.
Yeah.
And the bouncer says, all right, that's it. Everybody out.
Yeah. You know the joke I'm talking about.
Dude, I can't think of his name. We were just talking about the word. Huh?
Oh, man.
Anyway.
Yeah, that's funny.
Great guy. Great
all right. I want to ask you, have you ever done mushrooms, Cody?
Me personally?
Yeah.
No.
We should do it together.
Dude,
I'm down for a vision
I
quest.
had a very religious mushroom experience in the past week.
If you do it right, that's how it's supposed to be.
It was the most coolest experience I've ever had.
It really is great, bro.
I kept on, I'm not going to go too deep into it, but I will say that there was a word that I kept on hearing as I'm trying to fall asleep, and I kept on hearing Elohim. And I looked it up.
That is?
I didn't know what it was. I looked it up.
Know what that is?
No, it was just I didn't know.
Elohim is the name of God.
Yeah.
In Hebrew.
It's the Hebrew name for God. I kept on hearing that. I heard of that word, but I never knew what it meant until I woke up the next morning. I was like, what the fuck is Elohim? And it's literally God or gods. The Holy Trinity is.
That's weird.
That's
why was I hearing
his
that?
real name.
Why was I hearing that?
It's actually a mispronunciation because the Hebrews believed that it was too holy of a word to say, too holy of a word to even write. So they misspell it on purpose and they mispronounce it on purpose. So it's actually not supposed to be Elohim. But we don't know it's supposed to be because I don't speak Hebrew. So I don't know how to correctly say it.
It's
but
crazy.
It's the real shit, dude. For sure. And you had that experience on mushrooms?
Yes.
I'm not saying
that's not a sign. I don't know what it is.
That's what I'm saying.
We'll discuss that another time. I didn't know that. That's happening.
Cool.
Crazy, dude.
Dude, when I had my trip on mushrooms, I realized how interconnected everything is. Like, not even on a spiritual realm. I'm talking like physically, the circle of life shit, the water cycle shit, vibrations, dimensions, weather, all these things playing together at the same time, perfectly woven clockwork. It was insane. It all clicked in my head. And then I got really dehydrated. And then I kind of got sick. And then I woke up, and it was a wild night. I played with a flamethrower.
I've always been scared of the psychedelics because of the simple fact that anytime I've ever bought any drugs ever, I mean, not saying that they're not the most reliable people.
Mushrooms are mushrooms.
Like,
you can't.
No offense, I could trust them with weed or a little speed or something like that, but like, I'm not buying anything that's gonna kill me.
Well, you can't die off of mushrooms. The
Well,
great thing about
the
mushrooms...
thing is, I don't know anybody to get them. That's the only reason I haven't done them.
But the mushrooms,
I know a
dude,
guy now. He gets the
something-
dehydrated one.
This is shit that literally grows in the earth, and sometimes you can get it. You can get the hydroponics, which are born in a lab. Some people make them.
I've picked them before. I've sold them to somebody else that just was too scared to take them.
Highly recommend you try them.
But do it in the right place, in the right circumstances, with a partner that's going to watch out for you.
Well, and that's what I had met this guy. I was working with him at the time. I don't know where he's at now, but he was telling me that I don't know. We got talking about a little mess around and stuff like that, and he was like, "No, dude." He's like, "I'm telling you, you ever tried mushrooms?" I'm like, "No, I don't ever trust anybody that I've ever known that had them to buy them." Well, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but the thing with mushrooms, you can't cut them with something.
Yeah,
no,
there's
they got the bad mushrooms. Is what I'm saying? They don't know
the deadly mushrooms. Yeah. Well, that's why it's better to get the lab grown ones.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't trust it, and I was telling him, I'm like, and then on top of that, I'm scared to death that I'm gonna have a bad trip or something, and my buddies, no offense, are assholes. Mm-hmm. I can't trust myself with my buddies. Well, he literally went through the ringer. He was like, "Look, I'll be honest with you." He said, "I'll tell you how I started off." He said, "First and foremost, brain. Got to be in a good place, ready for it, not wanting to reject it. Like,
you gotta be willing.
You can't fuck with each other, dude. You can't fuck with each other because the goal is not to have a bad trip. The goal is not to mess with people. The goal is to get more connected, literally, with everything.
Yeah,
and you have to accept the fact that you're going for a ride. You're going to ride this wave, good, bad, up, down. You're alone for the ride.
Well, and that's what he's telling me. It's like,
people,
first and foremost, make sure you, your lady, your people, everybody
good.
Make sure that's right. And he said, then go ahead and start off easy. You don't want to overdo it, obviously. You could always do more.
Exactly, called titration.
I had a whole eighth that went for quite a ride.
I don't know what an eighth even is. That's what I'm saying. Like, I've never done it, but
I ate a lot, and I went on a ride because I didn't feel anything.
It's like 15 mushrooms.
Yeah, that's about what it was, because finally, it's like I did a little bit. An hour later, I felt drunk-er.
Yeah.
Took some more. More. Drunk-er. And I'm like, this is like 4 hours into this. I'm like, I'm not seeing shit. I'm trying to cross this line. I'm trying to visualize shit. Took a whole big-ass handful of my paw and just munched it down and then chased it down with a bottle of mead.
Dude, you eat enough of those. You're on Rainbow Road Mario Kart style.
Son, I've been there. I've seen it. I've seen the other side. Awesome. It's amazing.
Legit. All right, so I had to find a
way.
The
aliens chill, dog.
I had to find a way to center myself, and my favorite show, you were just talking shit on it, unfortunately, is Friends.
That's my happy place. That's my.
That was my grounding place. I know what to expect. It's a fun, loving show. I feel like I know this people. You know what I'm saying? I watch it. I always watch it. So I turned it on because I knew that I needed something to center me. Right. You know what I'm saying? Every time I looked away, like I got my, I have turtles, like little tiny turtles in a fish tank.
He's got
two different tanks. Any bigger, or they just baby?
Well, I have one tiny one, and then I have bigger ones that are like that.
Kind of turtles.
They're red-eared sliders.
All of them.
No,
you ain't eating.
There's one of them's a musk turtle. But anyway.
Stink pot?
Stink pot turtle, yeah.
Nasty ass fucking turtle.
So that's funny you know that name.
I know the name. I got a crawfish pond. I kill 40 of them a day.
Oh, I was going to ask you if I can bring my turtles over here, but never mind.
No. This is not the place.
Not a turtle sanctuary.
But anyway, what I'm saying is that every time I would look away from the TV, I would look over at my turtle tank, and there's like this film of green algae that's on the glass.
Yeah.
Legit, I was tripping so hard that this algae was legit like saying hi to me. It was waving to me like in the most loving way, and it was the coolest thing. I kept on rubbing my eyes. I was like, dude, I know I'm on mushrooms, but am I tripping or am I just tripping?
No.
And every time I went to look back, I was like, oh my God, that is the most majestic, cool thing I've ever seen. And it's just algae. Like, how crazy is that?
It puts you on a different plane, bro. Things just work differently.
It puts you in such a loving, good mood. You appreciate everything. It is. I honestly believe that it brought me closer to the Creator, to God, the universe, all that stuff.
I believe that if you do things in the right way, it can. I believe that there's a time and place for everything, especially things of the earth. You know what I mean? Meth is not of the earth. There's never a time and place for meth.
No, something about
crack. There's never a time and place for it. However, weed, there is a time and place for.
Baking soda.
Mushrooms, there is a time and place for. I'll even go as far as say cocaine. There's a time and place for.
No, cocaine. No. Well, no. Anything natural from the earth, I do believe is here for.
But I believe it's coca leaves. I don't believe in the product of cocaine. I've used coca leaves for their purpose, or use it as a topic. what am I thinking of?
Topical?
Thank you. The topical anesthetic that it is.
And I hate to say it, honestly, you talking about even weed. Weed done got to the point now, it's so altered. It's not
so strong.
I know everybody makes fun of like old skunk weed, old rag weed, fucking Reggie, whatever you want to call it.
But that was the intent.
I love that. That's my favorite
What
weed.
I'm getting at is that weed is meant to be
picked, crumbled, smoked.
Dude, you're not supposed to be so high that you can't even think. Like, weed is supposed to be a relaxing, take the edge off, feel pretty good, smile a little bit. It's not supposed to be smoking dabs out of a fucking glass pipe.
I hate to say it, but
that's too much.
Yeah, the little bit of buzz you get off of a cigarette from the chemicals and all, I think, honestly, that's what weed is supposed to be for you.
Just a little bit more.
They just made it illegal, so they had to make it a different way.
Medical grade. You bring big pharma into these things. And, look, talking about conspiracies, the weed didn't start getting strong until it started being distributed.
Right.
By all of these dispensaries.
Yeah, mango, blueberry, yum yum, all this different shit. And that was the best of the best. And it still was manageable.
Right.
Yeah.
I remember White Rhino was the big thing when I was in school. That was like the high grade was White Widow.
Yeah.
Right? And then some White Rhino because apparently it was like laced with some shit. Ooh, crazy.
I always loved Sour Diesel was always my favorite.
Sour Diesel was a tried true. You know?
A good old perp, La Kush, something like that.
Dude,
some granddaddy
that shit
perp
is Mexican dirt weed compared to the shit that they got out now.
There's no doubt. Yeah, that's
You know what I'm
5-gallon bucket pot plants versus what they growing now. They growing farms, and these some guns, they take it, and then they turn around.
And turn it into moon rocks and
like,
shit.
I got this strong one and this strong one. We're going to
hybrid
cross-pollinate
that.
and make a stupid strong one.
just
Get the
too much.
Earls, and I'm going to roll it around in some keef, and then I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this, and we're going to dab it up. Like, there's no reason why a moon rock should be going into your body. I can't think of one.
Dude,
There's
it's
no
like
reason why you should be doing all
they
that.
say,
I like
do you want an indica or sativa?
Indica, sativa. That should
just
be your
like-
options.
Like, look, I don't ever want fucking indica. That is, I'm not trying to go to sleep. I want to enjoy it.
I don't know, bro. It depends on my day. Sometimes I just want to go to sleep.
In that case,
I want some in the couch to put me down for a little coma.
Somebody, I don't like to smoke all day. If I'm smoking, it's an hour, 2 hours before I go to sleep just to relax because, dude, I lay down and I'm out in under 30 seconds.
Same. I don't have that problem with going to sleep, but like I don't know. It depends. It depends on my.
I like all weed. Period.
I mean, yeah, I'll smoke.
All weed matters.
All weed matters. I'll take downers, uppers, whatever you got, indica, sativa, whatever it is. I don't care. You got it. I want it. I like weed. I like the shit out of weed. I just can't do it because
you are such a racist.
Right.
Why?
I can't even. Because first off,
you can't do both. You got to pick a side.
You can't be a conservative with long hair. You freaking Nazi.
Oh yeah.
Right? What are you trying to do? You may as well just shave your mustache down to a little bit smaller.
Oh yeah.
And start chopping at your chest and saying all hail. I'm not even gonna say it. All hell Nancy Pelosi is basically.
Ew. He's not a liberal.
I'm kidding.
What? Good God. He may be many things, but a liberal is not one of them.
All weed?
No. I'm saying, the woke culture would say something like that.
Yeah. Like we were talking about earlier with the cancel culture and these funny movies. Could you imagine somebody tried to remake Blazing Saddles?
Solid movie.
Could you imagine right now if somebody decided to try to make Blazing Saddles a full remake with all the same words?
You're the Waco kid?
With Willy Wonka himself.
But look at this.
Well, he's dead now.
That's not bad. Yeah.
Gene
but this
Wilder.
is my shooting hand.
Yeah. But all the shit with the black guy wearing with the Gucci saddle, with all the stuff, all the jokes, the Klansmen.
Hey, I tell you one they come out with not too long ago that's racist as hell, and it's still funny.
What?
Django.
But that was made for the intention. It was the way it was made. And that was pretty much the last one that we're going to get. That was the last time. Because right now, I guarantee...
Fucking Samuel L. Jackson.
That's it. Tarantino cannot get away with that right now.
But the funny thing is...
the Coen brothers. That was Tarantino.
Yeah.
That was Tarantino. He cannot get away with that now. Even though he's gotten away with it in the past for forever. Samuel L. is his guy. He is done. Johnny Depp in... Not Johnny Depp. I'm sorry. Tropic Thunder. Robert Downey Jr. with the blackface.
Yeah.
You could not do that right now. There's no way that would be allowed. They would get canceled and boycotted.
What do you
and
mean,
picketed.
you people? I'm
gave
just a dude.
He gave us the camouflage of the
playing
night.
another dude.
I watched that movie.
Dude, I haven't seen Tropic Thunder in probably 3 years, and I will go watch it.
I just watched it 2 days ago. It holds up. it's still just as funny.
Oh my god! And then you got Jack Black eating the gummy bears over there. He's freaking out. He ate the bat to get his dope. That is really how dope.
Oh,
are.
Speaking
That's
of Jack Black, you know they're coming out with another Tenacious D soon.
What? Stop it!
Yeah, Kyle Gass just posted on his Instagram. What should be the name of the new of the next project of Tenacious D? I was like, yes, let's go.
Maybe it's an album.
Tanakh. No, he was talking about the movie. He put a little clip of the movie up there. So I can't wait for that. We should be wrapping it up here soon.
Yeah, we should.
Tenacious D was awesome.
It's still that's another one that holds up.
For sure.
That's one of them.
Absolutely.
A long ass fucking time ago in a town called Kickapoo, they lived a humble family, religious through and through. And yeah, there was a black sheep, and he knew just what to do.
Ding-a-ding. All right, I think we're going to wrap this one.
All right, here's to the little things in life. Your little thing ever needs anything, our little thing ain't doing anything. Here.
Here.